Hey, kids, and welcome to our podcast.
Where it's just two girls just talking about being bros.
Honestly. Except, if you hear that, we have a guest on.
Hello.
She's back. It's a podcast with my sister and Roxanne.
How dare she?
I'm back.
Sorry, you're
nice to be back.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's nice that you guys have me on again.
My best friend.
Thanks for having me.
And Roxanne.
Thanks for having me on the podcast again. I'm flattered.
No problem. Glad to have you.
Mm-hmm. It's long overdue.
But anyways, it's my sister, Lydia. For real. Genetically my sister, but emotionally my traitor. Because them two together, it's a mess.
Now we're going to be together in person. Not just over a call. So.
I know.
It's horrible.
She's not
I can't escape it.
Yeah.
My first time in the new studio.
What do you think?
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah?
It's really nice.
Yeah, one of us sets it up real nice.
Yeah.
And the other's victory.
Yeah. But that's for the better of everyone else, that I don't do it.
Maybe if you tried a little harder, you could succeed. But it's okay. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and TikTok at 2GirlsBeingBros and 2GirlsBeingBros on _ on Instagram.
Heck yeah.
Thanks.
Make sure to subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube, and you can also listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever your heart desires. Give us a follow on Spotify as well.
Oh, yeah.
Leave a review on Apple Podcasts, whatever your heart desires. And if you're wondering why we're wearing party hats, because it's my birthday tomorrow.
Funny.
We're recording it.
Hold the phone. So let's get this straight. How many birthday podcasts have we had for you? An infinite number. But lo and behold, how many birthday podcasts do I have? 0.
Well, it's your half birthday podcast today.
Yeah. Half a birthday.
You didn't say that. You didn't open with that.
It was a slip of the tongue.
Yeah. Interesting. Convenient. Okay. So how many half birthday celebrations have you had? None.
None. That's okay. I don't like the attention all on me.
Really? Really? Our history would beg to differ.
It's very humble.
Most.
Humble
She's the
queen.
most humble.
But
yeah, it is the day before her birthday. Do you remember what we recorded the day before my birthday? Not a birthday special, but it's none of my business.
I wonder why we didn't do that.
Because you don't like me.
Because I wasn't there.
Yeah,
guys.
that's true.
Come on.
That's true.
Because
It's
you don't
not
care
a party
about me.
without
Yeah.
Lida.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know?
Interesting.
You know, one of my favorite moments of Lida, you were there for my most traumatizing male encounter moment.
We were dragged in on the dance floor.
Yeah. On the
so
chairs.
funny.
Oh yeah, that was a really fun time that I like to remember. But you were there with me. You got dragged halfway.
Yeah.
I got dragged fully.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We're like soul sisters.
Yeah.
Or whatever they
That
call
really
us.
bonds people.
Yeah.
So what am I? I was there too.
You're lucky.
Yeah, you're lucky.
I get it. No, interesting. I'll remember that. Hold up, I want to fix my hat. I have a feeling it doesn't look good.
You know, it's bad. I can't even see that they're wearing hats from this far, even with
Yeah,
glasses.
Well, they're like really light pink, and then we're on a white background.
That's
So what do
true.
you expect?
True.
Yeah, take that, sucker. But speaking of traumatizing events,
Mhm.
we've
Oh,
had
yeah.
since the last time we saw you, like in the podcast studio, we've had some wild times.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how we said that 2022 couldn't get worse?
Yeah.
2021 couldn't get worse.
It did.
It did.
Oh yeah, it did.
Fast and hard.
Yeah. So yeah, the last podcast we pre-recorded the podcast. If you remember, and you watched our last one, that Roxanne is getting her wisdom teeth out. So we pre-recorded it. I think the second Friday before Christmas. I don't know what day that is. And then it's so funny because it was like mid-December, and I literally like was sitting there editing it, and I was going on a whole like spiel about, I'm like, yeah, 2021 worst year of my life. Can't get any worse though. And there I was editing with COVID. Me saying that. So
She did it. She had COVID.
Yeah.
She got the big vid.
Yeah, I did. Tested positive right on Christmas, so I'll tell you guys my story about that. And then Roxanne has a beautiful ending.
Yeah, for you maybe. You snake in the grass.
Yeah, about her wisdom teeth experience. And then we thought it'd be perfect to get Lida on here because she was taking care of Roxanne, so she can spill all her dirty little secrets that
She might have forgotten about.
Can you imagine? Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. I guess there's only one way to find out. Stay tuned.
Exactly.
But before we begin, should we continue with? Should we do our song of the week
Yes.
that I keep getting hate for from these two?
Turn your head to the side.
I know. The side profiles.
How dare I'm calling the police on you. It looks so stupid. Keep the change. But anyways, let's do song of the week. Okay, so since Miss I Came Prepared, Lida, go first. Yeah, it's both of you actually.
Yeah, well, since it's the Christmas time, the playlist that I've been playing is the Justin Bieber Christmas songs or whatever. I don't know what the exact name of it is. But the one song that always gets me going is Mistletoe.
Yeah.
So that is my song of the week. Even though Christmas was like a couple weeks ago, Ukrainian Christmas was just yesterday.
Exactly.
So,
Today's Ukrainian Boxing Day.
Yeah.
It's fair.
I wish they did that, actually.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
We'll allow it.
So yeah, that's my song of the week. A nice classic. It's an oldie, but a goldie.
It's such a classic.
She always hates it when I do like those little random, whatever they're called, catchphrases.
It's not just me.
Iconic lines.
Yeah, and then Miss, I also come prepared.
Yeah.
You want to go next too?
Sure. My song of the week is called Peaches, and it's not Justin Bieber. It's by Kai, and it's a really good song. I've been listening to it nonstop. And I don't know what they put in that song and sprinkled in there, but it's a little bit addicting.
It's the secret sauce.
Like, honestly. It's
Yeah, that's what, a little bit addicting. That's what you said about Better Days. And then when I played it 3 times in a row, you were like, is that not enough for you? Interesting.
No, this song I can't stop playing. And the choreography is amazing if you look it up.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my song.
Okay, my song of the week is Up. It's, I believe, featuring Demi Lovato, but it's with, what's his face? Ollie Murs. Like, it's him featuring Demi Lovato. It's a classic. It's like came up on TikTok, and it's just a bop, and I listen to all the time.
I know I said this last week, but like every time you say a song of the week, like I just get a blast from the past. Like I totally forgot Ollie Murs existed until you just said that right now.
He was another song of the week 2 weeks ago, so actually you're a fake fan.
2 weeks
Of
ago?
mine.
I remember he was like a year ago.
No, I posted it, like, it was recently. It
Really?
was Dance With Me, or Tonight, Dance With Me Tonight, something like that.
Anyways, check those out.
When
check on
I
Spotify.
saw your face.
Oh,
Yeah, that one. I did that one a couple weeks back. A couple podcasts back.
Maybe that's why he's like.
Oh, that's a good song.
Seems familiar.
How dare you? But it's a bop. But yeah. Oh, there's something I want to say. Oh, yeah. Speaking of today being Ukrainian Boxing Day, look who decided to take down the studio decorations.
It's her, not me.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys.
Explain yourself, Victory.
Because I knew we were filming today, but like when this comes out, it's like already almost mid-January, and
Okay.
and I'm just very much like, honestly, my mom was very upset with me. I took them down, but you know, I was like, listen, it's my studio, even though they pay.
Hold the phone. What did you just say?
Like, my
no.
studio
You
in
just
my
said
family.
no. You just said my studio.
Yeah.
So what am I? Garbage?
It's our studio.
Garbage that you're gonna toss over
but
my,
when it's
on my
just
lawn?
My 4 family members. It's mine. You know?
Oh, so I'm not part of your family now.
Well, not when you're not here. Physically.
I get my wisdom teeth out and I'm gone for 2 weeks tops.
no teeth.
And all of a sudden,
that's the line. The line's
That's the only thing keeping you guys together.
Yeah. The only reason you're here now. Oh, I can't say why. Spoiler.
I saw her though.
No, but yeah, I'm very much like, honestly, if I could, I would take them down to 26. Like, I don't know why it bought. Like,
so Ukrainian Christmas means nothing to you.
Well, we don't really celebrate it.
So I'm not part of this week? You're just digging yourself a deeper
I
and
know,
deeper
there's
hole.
no winning.
Yeah,
I don't know, but I just
because
get really
you're just a
weird, and I need
meanie.
to take it down. I need to clean.
When'd you take it down?
Like Monday.
You didn't even leave it for Ukrainian Christmas.
No.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sorry. The upstairs one.
You couldn't wait? You had COVID. You couldn't wait?
No, I had to.
You didn't want to shoot me a text? Hey, I'm going to take down the studio stuff?
Because you told me no.
We have it on record, folks. Yeah,
Yeah,
our
sorry,
relationship's
guys.
on stake.
Okay, you can check out our other ones to see our New Year's decorations. I mean, sorry, Christmas.
Your decorations.
We
You're
go hard
losing
for
it.
New Year's in this house.
Yeah.
We just decorate it.
I can't believe it. You're something else.
Oh yeah, it's a new year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
New year,
Crazy.
new us. But didn't we adjust that when we went I must have snowboarding. Could you imagine if we went snowboarding? Tobogganing.
Oh yeah, we did. That's
Yeah.
right. Up in the podcast, we haven't said New Year, so it's a new
Fine. New year, new us.
year. Cool. Love 2022. I am officially never saying anything ever again because I tend to curse myself. Like,
Yeah.
everything I
And
say
our channel.
happens or like something bad happens, and like it just, you know, every time I say like I won't get sick, I get sick. It can get worse. It gets worse. Like we won't reach this statistic. We never reach it.
No, you said we will.
We will reach it. We
Yeah.
don't reach it. Like I just don't want to say anything ever again. So I'm not gonna say how I think 22 is gonna go. I'm gonna keep it to myself.
Yeah.
And we'll see if it plays out. I intend to.
Solid plan.
I'm not gonna put anything out into the universe until you what? Until until the year's over, then we can reflect on if I was right or not. But literally again, because I was like, I vowed to never go caroling. Like I'm never gonna do it again, and it didn't happen because we have Mr. Omicron taking over the world.
Hold up, who?
I don't know how to say it. You know, all I can say is, you know, the artist Omarion. Yeah. So that's what I just like. Whenever I hear that, I just think of Omarion. That I don't know what the actual name of the thing is. So
Omicron.
Omicron. I never say it because I only think of Omarion.
You just said it right now.
Amazing play though, the artist Omarion. I know because you told me how to say it. I'm so confused. The artist Omarion, he made like a TikTok being like, I'm Omarion, like an artist, like promoting himself, not the very. And I was like, that's so smart. Like, you gotta jump on that. He needs to make a freaking album like called like Omicron by Omarion. Omicron. Too much words for me.
It's easier to say Omicron.
Omicron, yeah, but till today I never thought about it. Whenever I hear, I just say Omarion in my head.
It's one of the Greek letters.
Yeah.
That's how many variants we've had. Omicron is near the end.
Hopefully that means we're done.
We got the capital letters. Okay. Could you imagine if they just started naming capital Omicron? That'd be wild. But tell us about your COVID.
Oh yeah.
Come on. Give us the deets.
That was so much fun, guys. So the week before Christmas, this all happened. So now I'm thinking that what happened to me because I didn't show symptoms till the Wednesday before Christmas, but I'm thinking the Tuesday was a little bit of a precursor of what was to come. Now that I'm piecing the pieces back together. But I remember, so Tuesday, I woke up, and I kind of woke up earlier than usual. We all know I have insomnia and crazy sleeping issues and whatever. So I wake up earlier than usual at 11, but that's besides the point. And I woke up and I was kind of like really tired. And I was like, I just didn't know if I just got like a really bad sleep. So I was kind of waking up early. So I was like, whatever. So I was tired, but not like super tired. But I just felt that I was more tired than usual. You know, something was up there. Went about my day. Nothing usual. So at the end of the night, I remember whatever video was coming out that week. I think it was Gingerbread.
Yep.
And so long story short, I didn't leave myself enough time because I also didn't know I think that was the video that we had the most footage ever. I think it beat cooked and baked. Like it was 4 hours of footage, and I just didn't expect that. I was expecting around like 2 hours.
We filmed for like 3 days.
I know, but in my head, I was like, I guess because it wasn't like a production, like as big as a production as like Cooked and Baked. I'm like, oh, nothing will ever top like that amount of footage, right? And so I remember I was like, oh my god, like I gotta get on this to make like the deadline. So I'm editing Tuesday to like cut down 4 hours to 20 minutes. And I was like, I need to get to 20, like our goal is usually around 23 minutes. So I'm like, I need to get around there. I need to do that. So I'm editing. And then like as the night's just getting later and later, and I'm just getting really tired. Like it's unusual. Like I usually, like I get barely enough sleep, but I can go about my day no problem, usually, right? I was getting really tired. And then I was like I remember sitting there trying to get it. I got down to 26 and I was like, I need 3 more minutes to go. And my brain was just in like, no, like you need to go to sleep. And I went to sleep, which I never willingly go to sleep. That sounds bad.
I never willingly go to sleep.
I went earlier, like at 1 or something, instead of like, I'd probably stay at like 2 or 2:30 because it's the holidays, I tell myself. But I was like, no, I gotta go to sleep. I'm so tired. Go to sleep. The next day, I wake up and I don't know how to explain this, but there's one, like the symptoms is fatigue. And that is so real. Like I've never felt that tired in my life. Like I could barely like get out of bed and like like it was just so loomingly like you're so tired.
So what?
I don't. Did you just remember your news? Or ignore my words.
Okay.
I was just so.
Did you learn how to multiply yet?
Work in progress.
Oh, okay.
Work in progress. I was sick for 2 weeks. What's it called? Yeah. So I was so tired, and also my throat was hurting. And as the days continuing.
Hey Delilah, hey there Delilah, what's it
no
like
more food.
in New York City? You're 1,000 miles away.
You're just waiting outside there.
Tonight you look so
Can you take
pretty.
care and go? Please, we're recording.
Did you guys hear that? closed the door on her dog after baiting her with a fake banana. Yo,
She's fine.
I don't want to get on your bad side. I might have to start forgiving your words now for sure.
Get some
Girl.
banana.
Yeah, hopefully she does get a banana. I'm gonna have to give her like 5 after this.
What do I get?
You can have a banana too with like frozen, like ice on them. Very yummy.
I'll take it.
Why not? You sold me.
The best.
Okay, sorry, continue.
Yeah, so Wednesday, wake up, I'm extremely tired and my throat hurts. And I was like, uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
And like in like, you know, like your sixth sense, like you can I was like, I have COVID. I knew I did. Like I told myself I did, because like it was just, I've never felt like that before. Like when you get colds and stuff like that, like I've never felt that tiredness ever in my life. And I was like, something's off. But I still went about my day. And then I was like, can we do a COVID test? We had a rapid test. I'm like, it's definitely gonna be positive. Like I know I am. I take it and it's negative. And I was like, so that tripped me out, because in my like soul, I felt like I had it. Like I was just so different from anything I've ever had. And I had like a throat infection a couple months back, and it was like a different cough than that. Like I was congested this time. So I was like, I knew something was off. But then it said negative, and I was like, well,
Yeah.
like what are the odds? Like I have symptoms. Like I was so confused. Like it wasn't like I just took it when I, didn't have anything. Like I had the quote unquote symptoms, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I don't have it. So I should, even though I didn't test negative, I should have started wearing my mask around the house, but I didn't. I didn't go anywhere because I was too tired and like sick, and I knew just in case, like I don't want to give it to anyone. So I stayed home. But so I went on my day, I kept editing or whatever, and I'm still trying to get this dang video down to 22 minutes. And like again, so I'm editing, getting it down, and like my brain was just, again, like it just felt like I don't even know, like it was just like like I didn't have a headache, but
like brain
like it
fog.
just, yeah, it
That's
wasn't.
what they say that's also a symptom.
Okay, yeah, it's not like, yeah, because I didn't have a headache, so
Yeah, it's just like you don't really, like you can't really know what's going, like not like you don't know what's going on, but it's just like your brain is not in it. Brain fog.
Yeah, so like that was happening to me, and I was like, I got it down to 22, but then I was like, I can't do anything else. Like I just couldn't, and it got so bad, guys. This is how you know that it was bad. So whatever. I obviously woke up late that day, so I don't know. It was probably around like 5 p.m., 6 p.m. I went upstairs to take a nap. Guys, I can count the times I've taken a nap on my hands in my almost 23 years of life, guys. So that's how you know it's bad. And then like my dad was like, oh, like you're taking a nap? My family's like, oh, like something's wrong. And I'm like, yeah, something's wrong. Like I passed out. Like I felt so bad. Like I was cold. I never actually reached a fever. I got close. Like because I kept taking my temperature, and I got like, I think it's 37.6 when it's the body, I don't know, something like that.
We both got quizzed on this. I got it wrong. You got it right.
There's no like definitive answer. Like it's kind of weird, but like I think when you put it like whatever, the outside, not in your mouth thermometer, it's like, I think 37.6 or something like that, and I got to like 37.4. So I never, like I was getting up there, but I never fully hit the fever. But yeah, I had to take a nap for like 3 hours. Like I was so out of it. I was so tired. Like that was the biggest thing for me. And then, yes, that was all Wednesday. I was really sick. Thursday, I was still tired, but not as bad as Wednesday. And I still had the sore throat, and I was really congested. And then after Thursday, everything was kind of okay. But yeah, at this point, I'm still in my head. Like I kind of knew I had it, but I still tested negative. But then I read somewhere online that like, it takes like 3 days for the the rapid test to like show once you have symptoms or whatever. I was like, okay, let me take, but I was saving it till Christmas, because Christmas we were supposed to get together. My family, we're all going to take rapid tests and get together. So yeah, by Friday I'm fine. Like I'm just congested, whatever, right? So I'm like, okay, maybe it was just like a little passing cold. Like I started, even though I kind of knew that I had it, like I felt it. I kind of started convincing myself I didn't have it because I had a negative test.
Yeah.
Like, just whatever. It wasn't that bad. I never reached full fever, like 2, but I was really fatigued. So Christmas Day comes around, guys. Merry Christmas to all, I take out the rapid test, shove it in, wait. Instantly, but I see the bottom line just forming, and I was like,
woohoo!
Oh, awkward, guys. We're all missing Christmas.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. Sorry. Yeah, so I tested positive on Christmas. By then, yeah, I was just really congested. I did have a headache that day, I remember. That was the only day. But yeah,
Wow.
Then I had to quarantine. At that time, it was still 10 days. I still did basically 10 days, even though it switched halfway to 5. And then I just kind of took the upstairs. Half my family was downstairs. So I don't know, just the whole thing kind of feels fake, like it didn't happen. Like I was telling Roxanne earlier, like ever since like our dance concert, like everything after that has just felt like fake and just not like anything's happened. Like it's so weird. So I was like quarantined till I think the 2nd of January, and it was just weird. Like I didn't have too many intense symptoms. I didn't catch fever. It was just I was really congested basically for like a week. And then nothing.
That's funny though how your family knew something was up when you went to go take a nap.
They were like,
okay.
my dad was like, oh my god, let's go buy the whatever Advil, Benylin.
Yeah.
Side note, guys, because I had a really like sore throat, and that was the type of sore throat because of like the drip. I don't know. Because like back in November, I need to do like a tier list of all of like my like sicknesses and injuries. That's because this year is just full on like punched me in the face. Because I had a throat infection in November, and that was very different from like that cough was way worse than this one, but like this was more annoying because everything was like congested. So I took I always get them confused, Benylin or Benadryl. Benadryl's allergies, right? Benylin is
I think Benadryl's anti-vomit. No, that's Gravol.
No, because
Benadryl's allergy.
One is allergy. Okay, then Benylin is the one for coughing and whatever congestion and phlegm. So I had to take that. I hate medicine. I hate that, and like it's a liquid, thank God, like finally, but still it is so awful. It makes my stomach hurt so bad every time I take it, but I had to take like something, like it was so like bad. There's one point I think on like the Wednesday where the cough was so bad, like I was coughing, and then no one was home at this point. I don't know where everyone else was, but I was coughing. And then I had to stop and like hold my throat because I thought my throat was gonna like, come out of my body. Like I know that's not physically possible, but it like was like on fire because like I just had TMI, but like so much like it felt like phlegm or like even though there wasn't like because like I remember on the Wednesday I felt like there wasn't actually, but like I guess that type of cold it gives you, it's just they felt like you always had like congestion there. And so I had to take Benylin, and it made my stomach hurt, and it was just a repeat process. So annoying.
Damn.
I tried to avoid it and I didn't, but whatever. But that was my kind of wrapped up experience with COVID. It was like it sucked obviously to miss Christmas. Didn't see really any people for 2 weeks. Not that we can see that many now anyways, but Omarion, he spreads fast.
Fast and quick.
Yeah. So so 2021 did get worse. There was literally only like 15 days left in the year, but they were like, you're gonna spend them in your room locked up with COVID. Yep. And I was like, oh, thanks.
Whoop, whoop. Party time.
Ooh, and fun facts, fun symptoms they don't tell you about.
Sure.
Because I was talking, because I think if I can leave it in, I will. But our friend Nadia also got it as well. Because I kind of comparing like with her, and then there was like extreme hunger. Like there was just points where like I'd wake up and then like I wouldn't be hungry. That's the thing, right? Like you wouldn't, because I think I've heard people say like one of the symptoms is like you're not hungry, but then I've heard also extreme hunger and like. But like I wasn't thinking about food, but the second I had like a full plate, like I was scarfing that down, like I couldn't have enough food. That was one. Another one was extreme thirst, like so thirsty, like you can't like get quenched. Oh, wow. I had that for one day, and then another one, extremely dry lips. This is a rare one, but like, and I was like, because my lips are usually drier in the winter, but I was like, this is like another level, like dryness. Like I couldn't stop putting Vaseline, and I asked like Nadia, I'm like, are your lips dry? And then she was like, yeah, extremely.
It's like, why? You wanna kiss them?
Yeah. But yeah, that was my experience, guys. So I finally I thought I would escape it for 2 years. This was my first time getting it, but I'm happy that it was, it's obviously the situation sucked, but I'm happy that I didn't really get any symptom, like any whatever intense symptoms. There was pretty easy. Not pretty easy. It was okay. It was decent. I don't want to like make it sound like it's so simple, but like it's not like, you know what I mean? I didn't say anything in that sentence, but like what I'm saying is like I'm happy I just didn't get any like
that. It could be it could have been worse. Easily could have been worse.
And if anyone is curious, I am vaccinated, but
So
yeah, that was my end to 2021 and beginning of 2022.
Woohoo!
That only means that 2022 is gonna be better. right?
That's what we, that's, no.
I'm not gonna-
We're just saying that that's what we said last time, so we're gonna keep our mouths
don't
shut
say-
this time.
Yeah.
But yeah, meanwhile, me and Lida were having a totally different experience.
Yeah.
So I finally did it. I got my wisdom teeth out the Monday.
Woo! I love it because we've been talking about this like
Yeah.
all year. Like it's just been in
Giving updates,
Yeah.
everything.
and
But
the big thing.
I even
finally
told
happened.
her the day of, I was like, isn't it so weird that you're actually getting them out today?
yeah, it was so strange. So it started off by what did I braid your hair? Saturday. So Saturday was a hot start because I had to go get prescription for like numbing patches because they were gonna do an IV, and I was getting an anti-anxiety pill or whatever because I have a fear of needles. So we go and I braided your hair, and then Lida picked me up and we went to Shoppers, and it was just like it wasn't one of those times where people are yelling or anything. I was just sitting there, and I was like, it took us an hour
Yeah, we were
to not
standing.
even get one. I only got the anti-anxiety pill, and it was one of the worst customer me
so
being a
bad.
customer and someone being a service provider experience I've ever had. One of the worst. It was horrible. Oh my gosh. I don't even get into it because there's just so many things that were wrong, and then at the end I was just I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take the pill and I'll try to get the other thing somewhere else. But whatever, we got it. Luckily, my feet were destroyed though for standing there for an hour.
Oh, mine too. We got home.
Yeah.
I was just like,
It hurt so bad. I
gone.
never pictured that it would be like that, but they hurt so bad. But so that was the Saturday, and then the Sunday, I couldn't eat because my surgery was 9:30 in the morning, so I couldn't eat from 9:30 p.m. the night before and not drink water. But we had the concert that day, and I was just the thirstiest girl in town, and it was so hard not to drink water, and not to eat. I was around food, and I was like, I want it so bad. But then I wake up the next morning, and I had to wake up an hour to take the pill and put the patches on. And turns out I woke up 15 minutes late, and I was like, oh, I hope it doesn't mess anything up, whatever, blah, blah. And it was, so I put it on or whatever. I put the patch in my arm and then one on my hand, and then I took the pill. The pill tasted gross. It was you dissolve it on your tongue because obviously you can't drink water. So I was like, okay, whatever. So me and Lida go, and they're like, oh, when's the last time you ate, whatever. Tell them 9:30. They're like, okay, sweet. They stick me in the room. And then Lida was obviously allowed to come into the room in the beginning because I think she asked, she was like, oh, do you want her to come in? And I was like, heck yeah. While you're putting in that needle? Oh, yeah. It's for your sake. So I don't do anything stupid. So she goes, and she's like, okay. I'm not sure if the numbing patch did anything because the anti-anxiety pill did not do anything. It literally I was like, okay, maybe it'll take an hour for it to kick in. I was waiting, did not kick in. So she goes and she's like, okay, I'm gonna put the needle in. I was like, okay. And I go, naturally I cry, give her, holding Lida's hand. And then she's like, whatever, doing, I'm not looking, whatever. And then she finishes. I was like, oh, immediately it's the second needle, she's done. I'm like, okay, I'm fine, And then she's like, oh, I didn't get it in. And I was like, what?
I was studying watching, and I was watching, right? I'm not that scared of needles, and then because I was looking away, right? And then she's like, oh, okay, it's over. And I'm like, she didn't even get it because this lady was trying to find the vein.
Yeah, because I think it's because I have a low heart rate. I have a low resting heart rate. So I think it's just genuinely probably my veins are we're just hanging out. There's not a lot of pressure. And then she was like, I didn't get it. And I was like on that spot, I was almost like, I need a couple minutes. But then she was like, oh, I'm getting called in somewhere. And I was like, oh, perfect. So she whatever, she takes off her gloves, tosses the old needle out, whatever. And then she turns around, she's like, oh, okay, never mind, I don't have to go. I'm going to do it again. And I was like,
just putting you through the ringer right before you get all your teeth
and I was like, are you for real? And then she goes, and then she was like, and then I start crying, obviously, again. And she's like, is it better if I tell you when I'm done or tell you when I'm about to put it? And I was like, girl, I don't know right now. I'm on. And then she was like,
but it sounded as if she was holding her breath, kind of I'm holding my breath, just do it. You know what I mean?
But I was just I was she was like, I always ask that they never know the answer, and I was like, I'm literally in shambles right now. It's I'm crying she just murdered my family. I just found out that they all died in a car crash. What makes you think that I'm in the right mental state to respond? And then whatever, she got it, and I was like, oh, thank God. And then immediately again, she was done, and I was like, okay, what's up? I'm normal. And then I was like, oh my gosh. she has to put it in my hand. But then she was like, oh no, I don't have to do it. And I was like,
Oh, thank gosh.
I was like, she did 2. I got 2 needles.
Yeah.
I was like, I think she was like, if I try a third, she might kill me. It's like, yeah, smart woman. But yeah, so that happens. And then, so I'm just sitting there, and then like she left, and then I think she comes back in after, and then she's like, okay, like I'm going to put in Gravol or whatever, so that like I don't feel nauseous. Because apparently the whole reason that you don't eat when you have anesthesia, so if in case you throw up, because you'll choke on it. I didn't know that. I genuinely just kind of thought that it messed the vibes up. And if you throw up,
for it to like affect you better, kind of thing.
Oh, I thought it was like also if you throw up that like they don't have to clean it up, but it's like literally because it's like it'll go immediately into your airway. I didn't know. It's pretty cool, crazy. But anyways, so she's like, okay, I'm gonna put the Gravol or whatever, and then she's like, oh, some people says it stings, so I was like bracing myself, and then like whatever, so she like puts that in, and then she's like, I'm also gonna put in like like something to make you feel better or whatever, so I guess it's something to do with like anxiety or something.
Drugs.
And I was like waiting for the sting, and then all of a sudden I was just like, yeah, what's up? I was like out to lunch, I was like sitting there, and then she's like, you want a blanket? I was like, yeah, I'm so cold. And then she's like, okay. And I was like sitting there, and I was like, I felt like I was perfectly fine. But then if you look in the videos after, I'm like in the chair, I'm like,
No,
like I'm like
so scary. Because she's just like, oh, chilling, whatever. And then they added that, whatever was that drug or whatever. And then she just like, her head just like flops over. And she's like, eh, and she goes like with a peace sign. She goes like this to me. But the thing, okay, Victor, no joke. It did not look that glamorous, right? She probably thought she's like, oh, like this, right? But her eyes are like halfway open, and her eyes are like rolling back to her head, and her hands like this. And she paused there for a solid 2 minutes, and I was like, is she gonna move? I'm like, what just happened? Because she all of a sudden she's like, oh, she got limp, and she's like, and she's just sitting like this, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And then I started to get like almost faint, like almost. And I'm like, well, okay, I have to sit down. Like I had to ask for a drink of water just because it was so crazy. She was just like sitting like this, and like for her, it probably felt like she was like, you know what I mean? Like, like everything's relaxed. But like on the outside, it was not it.
And then also
like you're having a good time.
It's funny because in the video, like I was obviously crying really hard, like for the needle. So then like my eyes still look like kind of like puffy and like red and so on. So then I'm like talking to Lida, and I'm like. I'm like looking at her, I'm like, and then I was like, I'm like a piggy in a blanket. It's like I had the blanket on me or whatever. Yo, I felt great. And then also I was like going in and out. I'm pretty sure I had like 4 different dreams within the span of like 5 minutes. Where like, and at one point I genuinely thought I was like in one of those you know those things where like you lie in it and then you flip it upside down so that it kind of like cracks your back. It kind of felt like I was in one of those, but just upright. And then like someone was running into me with a cart. I'm pretty sure I've seen people that I haven't seen in years in my dreams. Like it I was in and out. And then she was like, stay awake. And I was like, yeah, no problem. And then 2 minutes later I was dreaming again. And I was like, yeah. And then I just didn't even notice when I was out. And like I don't even think I noticed you leaving.
Oh yeah, I don't remember.
Maybe you did. I can't remember.
That's crazy.
And then I remember waking up. And then, well, like I was just trying to take a nap, and this woman's like, "Stay awake for me," and I was like, "Yeah, sure." Dreaming again. I don't know how because I walked out of the room into some chair, and then as they called Lida in, no memory of that, but I know that I walked. Like I can fully remember. And then like when I was lying in that chair too, she was like, "Stay awake for me." I was like, "Okay," and I was in and out again. Like, yeah,
silly girl.
And then at that point, I had like gauze in my mouth or whatever. And she was explaining the rules to Lida. By then, I was kind of waking up like a little bit more. I don't remember going back into the car. And not fully walking into the house either, but I remember getting into bed, and then she was like, all I remember her saying is like, oh, if she's gonna like sleep or whatever, make sure she's upright, so like the gauze obviously doesn't like, you know, I don't choke on her or whatever. So I just remember like putting all the pillows like up, and then I'm like sitting there, and I was just like falling asleep, and then I fell asleep, and then they had to wake me up, and I was like, why are you waking me up? And then yeah, so then literally pretty much all of Monday I was like asleep. Pretty much all of Tuesday. Like, I don't remember corresponding with you. That feels like a fever dream too. Like people, but then I forgot we went to the pharmacy.
Yeah, we went to the pharmacy.
I forgot. That's the best part.
That was funny.
So we went to the pharmacy to pick up the pain meds and whatever the
mouthwash and stuff.
Yeah, so it's just a bunch of stuff that I had to get. And so I go, and then whatever, like I give her the prescription, and then she's like, oh, where's your health card? And I was like, found it, whatever. And then she starts asking me about insurance because I'm technically a student still. So I have it covered. And she's like, what's your policy number? And she's like, but then she's like, she obviously knew I just had the surgery or whatever. So she was like, oh, just give me the card or whatever, and I'll do it. And I started like crying. I was like, I was like, they never gave me a card. Like, it was just like so innocent because I was just like, I don't have the card. Like, I was like, I can't provide it. Like, I can't give it to you. And then she was like, oh, that's okay. Like, but like, do you know the policy number? I was like, yeah. And then I just like start saying it to her, but I was just like crying. And she was like so nice though. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
like,
she was really nice.
Like, I was like still kind of loopy too. I was like listening to the music and I was like dancing around, and I was like, yeah.
She's like hopping with like every step as like we're going to the counter. Like, okay.
Yeah, you sent a Snapchat over there, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
No, I was just bopping and having a great time. Yeah, and then like I cried to her, and then she like took it. I was like, oh, okay. So I just like listed out the numbers. She's like, okay, I think this will work. And then she's like, okay, perfect, you don't have to pay. And I was like, okay. And like I went home, whatever. But same, the worst part, the mouthwash. That garbage. So the way we had to use it was a certain like mouthwash or whatever. So you use it not the first day, but use it the second day or whatever, up to like day 5 or something. And then you have your checkup, and then you just use a syringe and just put in like the holes or whatever. But so like this mouthwash, like it was just such a prominent flavor in my mouth all week. I literally felt physically ill. And now I still have to use it until like my holes fully close up, which she said like a month. So I still have a couple weeks left. And it makes me physically ill smelling it, let alone like, and then it like touches my tongue. I'm like literally washing it off my tongue, like as though it's like poison or something, because I'm like, okay, obviously I'm not supposed to swallow it, but like, it's just like, I put it in the holes and like wash. I hate it so much. And it would leave, like my skin would absorb it obviously around like my cheeks. Oh, I hated the feeling. Oh, I hate it.
At least with the Benylin, you can just like shut it down and it'll like stay there.
I had to gargle it for 30 seconds. And I was like, and then it would just like stay in my mouth, and I'd have to do after every time I ate. And then I wouldn't be able to like drink or eat anything an hour after. So that means no water. So I'd be sitting there like chugging water, trying to freaking get this down. Oh my gosh, it was brutal. And then I remember like the first day I was eating applesauce, and like opening my mouth was hard. Like now I can finally open everything. But I remember the first day I was eating applesauce, and I was just like eating with my lips. Like I was like, and I was like trying to get it in. I just couldn't, like I couldn't put the spoon in my mouth. Like it hurt too much. What else? I can't remember.
When we were going to the pharmacy, I was like, oh, watch your step, because there's a little curb. So I was like, I didn't know how like in it she was, right? And then she's like, oh, they took out my teeth and not my eyes. So I'm like, okay, she's still got it. She's still in it.
Still cracking her jokes.
Yeah. I forgot about that. Was good.
And thank gosh, like we had to wear masks, because then like it would just be really creepy if you walked in and you're like, like even though like nothing's like pouring out of her mouth, but just I feel like
it wasn't a sight to see.
They'd be like, oh my gosh, why is she out here? You know?
Do you know that when you sing the peace sign thing, that do you know that meme of like there's it's one of my favorite memes, but he goes peace and then it like disappears.
Oh yeah, that's mentally what I was doing.
You know that meme? Yeah, he goes that and then he like disappears.
Yeah.
The next one, that's
me.
What it reminds me of.
What can I say? But yeah, luckily everything healed properly. I didn't have to take that many pain meds, like because they prescribed me like a strong ibuprofen and then also Tylenol 3, but they said like use the Tylenol 3 only for like extreme pain, because obviously it's like I think opioids or something in it. Yeah. So it's like addictive. So it's like obviously I was scared. Like I didn't want to really take that, like just out of like, because I know it's a serious drug. Like it's not like the ibuprofen. I was like, yeah, let's go.
Popping back.
Like literally I was like, come on, popping pills. But I was like, with that one I didn't really want to.
Yeah.
And honestly, I didn't have that much pain. I was shocked. Like it wasn't like a sharp pain. Like, because when I had my tooth surgery, like that one, I remember when the numbing wore off, it was like a searing pain. Like it hurt, and like in that spot specifically, it hurt so bad. Granted, I fell asleep and woke up perfectly fine, which was the weirdest thing ever. I have a very low pain tolerance. Like I have a stomach ache and I'm like on the verge of tears, you know, like I'm out, like my mood is shot. But so luckily I didn't have a lot of swelling, not a lot of bruising, not a lot of pain, which is very lucky, honestly. And then we were just watching Desperate Housewives together. Just chilling, whatever. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, it's funny. Whenever like Lida made me laugh though, I was always scared of like popping my stitches. So I would like literally like hold my face down so my skin wouldn't like stretch, and I would like laugh, like keep my lips closed. I felt like Andri when he tries to hide his chapped lips from me, because that's what he used to do. He would like laugh like that. What else? And it was like weird because I just felt like so out of it. Like I remember messaging you and like we did Snapchat a little bit, but like it was also like really bad brain fog or whatever.
Yeah.
So it was just like kind of like in and out. But then like it was like Wednesday was the worst for me, like pain wise, swelling wise, like just recovery wise, that felt the worst to me. And then Thursday, I felt much better. Like I wasn't like tip top shape. And then Friday, I was like kind of perfect. Like I was ready to go for a walk. Like before like getting up, like I would like walk and I felt so tired. And then Friday I went for a walk. I felt swell.
That's good.
Friday, like just the way like she was like, not acting, but just like carrying herself. It was a huge difference.
I was able to do stuff again, and it felt so much better. And then I started having like soft foods, and then by like Saturday I was eating chili. So
it was so funny though, because they were telling me the instructions, like, okay, put the ice packs on like every 20 minutes on, 20 minutes off, right? So I'd set a timer, I'd go and I'd do it, whatever. And she'd always be like, oh, thank you, right? And I'm trying to like, but like when she's lying down, like it's hard to kind of like hold it against her. So I was like, what the heck, what do I use? So I took like a full on like bath towel and I'm trying to like wrap it around her head, and I'm like, what the heck? And then I'm like, oh my gosh, a scarf. So then I take a scarf and I start like wrapping it around, but I can't feel how tight it's getting on her, right? And she was kind of like decently out of it. It was like as if she was sleeping, right? Like she's still conscious, but like it's just different. And she'd be pretty much like helping me, but she'd be like, thank you, and I was like, oh my gosh, she just saw like what I was trying to accomplish there. It was such a mission. But I think the ice packs helped though.
Yeah
because you didn't, right?
I didn't have that back.
And I set a timer, and like every 20 minutes I'd come. But the first day, like the first 2 days, you were sleeping a lot. And that was crazy, because like I would like come in, just like watch her for like 5 minutes at a time, and I was like, is she breathing? Is she good? Because she just wouldn't ask for anything. Like she can't really like eat. It wouldn't be ideal to eat or drink really. And then I just made you soup that like literally by day 3 you're just like,
I literally had like a crisis, like we're like,
so funny,
because I was eating, and here's why. I like soup, like the soup it tasted good.
Yeah, it was really good.
But the mouthwash was there always. So I would drink the soup and I would know that next was the mouthwash, and I would cry. Like one time Lida was like, do you want me to make more soup? And I just started crying. I was like, I can't have any more soup. I was like, I can't do it, because it's like it would be a liquid, and it would just remind me so much of this disgusting mouthwash. It was so bad.
And you'd have to have it right after every meal.
Yeah.
So every like
it was
just the mouthwash.
That's very so much bad. I relate to that, because like any like thing that I eat has to be like a bad scenario.
Yeah.
I'm like, so when I got my root canal, like I couldn't really eat anything either, and so I got booster juice smoothies, and there was the one, whatever the flavor is, the banana peanut butter one, I forgot what it's called. Oh my god, I think
Chunky Monkey?
something like that. I think, but I think if I was to have that, I might like immediately like just like the memory of like just drinking that every day for like protein and stuff. I just like I can't.
But Ensure that's just disgusting in itself. Yeah.
But chocolate's not. You don't like chocolate though. But it's like you can scarf down the chocolate one.
The strawberry one is fine, sweet? But it's not good. It's like it kind of tasted like oat milk. So we have it at home if you want. Yeah, the texture was weird.
Yeah,
like that thick. And then
should you like mix it with ice and like blend it, and make it like a smoothie?
Maybe that probably would help.
Yeah.
But I mean, for you, I don't know if that's like with ice and stuff. Actually, it's not bad.
But it's funny because I was obviously out, and like Andri was just nowhere to be seen for like a couple days, and I was like, okay. So it was just Lida and my dad that I saw for like 2 days straight, like literally. But at one point it was nice. I think my dad was like just kind of like coming in to check up on me, so he like sits on my bed, whatever, was talking, and then like, next thing you know, we both fell asleep in my bed. Like we were just like because it's like it was enough, so we were both just like lying there, and we fell asleep. And then I think Lida came in, and she was like, oh, Taj, are you tired? And he's like, yeah. And then he like went and like got up and left, and I was like, okay, nice. But yeah, me and Lida watched a lot of Desperate Housewives.
Nice.
I couldn't bring myself to read. Like usually I'm a big reader, and I was like, I have tons of time, but like I actually tried to read a book, and it was hard. It was hard. Like I couldn't bring my mind into it.
That's all I did in my quarantine. I forgot to mention that. Like in my 10 days, all I did was read. Like I read a full, like Christmas Day, my first day, I read a full book.
Wow.
And then the next day I read another one.
That's
wild.
wild.
And I read a third, and then I ran out, and I had to order them. But that's all I did.
Nice.
Really
that's
bored.
good. But yeah, and then so I go in for my checkup, and then turns out I have like 2 holes in my mouth.
Okay, I have to say something after you reveal the big plot of the story, because I didn't know you went for a checkup.
Yeah. So, that was part of it. That was part of the kicker. So I went in for a checkup like a week later. So I went on the Tuesday, like not like the next day Tuesday, a week later Tuesday. So turns out like I have literal holes in my like gum, and I have to like put a syringe inside the hole because it's like a tunnel in there.
It is. I
And,
thought
like,
she was exaggerating. And
yeah,
then-
I showed it to everyone.
I saw it and I was like, whoa, you can't unsee that. Like,
Yeah, because
it's
like
exactly what she says it is, but when you see it with
You
your
can't
own
imagine
eyes,
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
it's
even
just
like when
what?
you could lose a tooth, like it's
Yeah.
kind of like an indent, or
Yeah.
like when we both got that like tooth removed.
Yeah.
And it's not like a hole, it's an indent. This is like a literal black hole.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
freaky, and I like even when I showed my dad, like he was like, "What? Like that's so strange." And even myself, because she was like, because I really didn't like touching things there because my like I actually couldn't open my mouth like fully until like a full extra week after I like started eating solid food. And like so like she was like, "Oh, you see those holes?" And I was just like, "Okay, kind of like surface holes, you know, like the stitches fell out, whatever." I went home later to check and I was like, those are like full on canals.
Yeah.
Like it's a subway tunnel in there.
Yeah.
Anyways, so they did that and I was like, that's insane. And then like, so by then I couldn't even open my mouth fully. Like she was like, open your mouth. And I was like, I would if I could. And then later, I think this was Sunday. So yeah, so it was Monday, not the first Sunday, the second Sunday. Because they told me not to use my electric toothbrush for a while. They were like, use the manual one. And I go to use my electric one. And I was like, okay, I'm going to be really careful. So I like was looking everywhere. So I'm like, okay, going on one side. And then go to the other side. And I was like, I was like, there's something in my gum. And I was like, that looks different than the other ones. Because like I can feel the whole, and I was able to feel my stitches here on the bottom ones. But my top ones, I could never touch with my tongue. Nothing. I can't reach back there ever. Even with my wisdom teeth, my bottom wisdom teeth, I could. And I look and I was like, whoa, like, ugh, that doesn't look right. Like I was like, that in my gum, it's. I was like, that doesn't look right. I was like, what the heck is going on up there? I was worried it was like an infection. And then I pull my cheek back a little further and I was like, oh, that's a tooth. My entire tooth was left in. I was supposed to get 4 wisdom teeth out. And I literally got 3 taken out.
This is
I got charged for 4. They saw me after my appointment, and I still somehow have 1 wisdom tooth in my mouth.
Yeah.
Yep.
She texts me this. They're like, she texted me and Nadia on like I still have one. I think or you didn't say it. I don't know if you said I think. Or
Wait,
like,
I want to see
yeah.
what I freaking wrote because like I couldn't believe it in the moment.
I could not wrap my head around this either. Like she messaged like I think there's a wisdom. They left the wisdom. They left the. You said I think you left.
I said no. I was like, yo, they forgot to take out one of my wisdom teeth.
Yeah, and I get that, and I'm like, I just couldn't wrap my head around this. Like, I just couldn't wrap. And I was like, are you like, how do you know? Like, are you sure? Then you're like, oh no, because it's out. And I'm like, oh,
Yep.
And then I'm like, it just doesn't make any sense. How do you forget a tooth? And it's not like,
It blows my mind to this day.
it's not like, okay, you forget it, but then like, oh, we're about to like finish the surgery and put everything away. Let's do the last check. They have to do a final check. Do they not see 3 teeth on the table? Do they not count 3 holes in your mouth? And I didn't even know about the checkup.
Yep.
How did no one notice on the checkup that there was a wisdom tooth just chilling there?
Yeah.
There's like an extra stitch that has to be put
in.
the
Like,
right?
that's why I
would it
couldn't-
be
Yeah.
compared? I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying. So like I have
couldn't
no
wrap my head
idea how
around
this
this.
freaking happened. Like and then I go so then obviously Sunday they were closed. So I called them Monday morning. And I'm like, "Hi, like I recently got my wisdom teeth out whatever, but they forgot to take one out." And she was like, "Oh, okay, like you think they forgot like how do you know?" And I was like, "Cuz I can see it." So like I guess she probably thought it was like one of the inner ones, and I was like, no, I could see it. It's literally out there. And she was like, oh, okay, like can you come in tomorrow or whatever? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, okay, 1:45, and I was like, yeah, whatever. So I go in, and then I go to the receptionist. So I don't know if it was the same person I talked to. There was like 1,000 of them, so I was like, oh hi, like I'm here, whatever. And she's like, oh, so you think one of your teeth is still in? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, okay. She's like, and then the nurse takes me in. She takes me into the room, and she's like, oh, so you think you still have parts of your teeth still in? And I was like, no, it's there. My tooth is still in there. And she like didn't believe me. Like they like that's the thing. By the way they were acting, it was genuinely just like a paranoid. Like I feel like they probably get this all the time though. Like paranoid people who are like, you didn't take it out, or like I feel bits inside or something, right?
And I feel like it is like such a rare thing to happen that they're like they can't see themselves like doing that.
So I know it did sound like you said where, but
yeah.
I know you meant to say rare, but
oh
it's
yeah,
okay. It's okay.
Did I say that? I don't know.
It sounded like to me,
remember.
but anyways, but yeah, that's what I'm saying, and I was like, and it's just so it's such a dumb thing to forget. Like how do you
tooth.
it? And then anyways, so like the nurse absolutely did not believe me. She's like, yeah, okay, take the mouthwash, whatever. She leaves. And I was like, okay. And then I'm like sitting there waiting, whatever. And then she's like, oh, hi. And I was like, blah, blah. And she was like, oh, so you think like we left some bits of your tooth? And I was like, no, the whole thing. And she was like, oh, okay. And then she was like, she said something, like kind of like, oh, good thing you came in. Like, we'll take a look or whatever. Like, so like, I guess she's like had to look. Yeah.
Wasting my time today saying
because they also booked me at the end of the day. And she was like, oh, okay, yeah. And then she like looks and she's like, oh, yeah, that's a whole tooth. And I was like, I've been telling you this. Yeah. Like I said, and like that's the thing. Like it's not like I let it slide and I was like, oh yeah, like maybe parts of it. I full on every time said it's the whole tooth. And then, but the kicker was, she's like, oh, okay, yeah, wow. And she's like, oh, this is the first time it happened, which is hilarious. Just the concept of imagine it wasn't. And she was like, oh, I swear this has only happened 7 times. You know, like that would be hilarious. But anyways, she's like, the first time this happened, whatever. Like, and she was like, oh, I don't know. And then she was like, do you want to do it today? I was like, girl, I'm about to hit up Home Depot. I don't have time for this. And also I was like, Andrea and Lida are picking me up. Like,
I have to mentally prepare.
Yeah, I was like, I need 3 weeks notice emotionally.
I was like crying in the chair. Like,
yeah. So I was like, what? And then, yeah, and then she's like, oh, but then like, since it was like right before my Christmas, I was like, I don't want to like not eat for my Christmas. So I was like, no, I'm good, thanks. And then she was like, okay, like whatever. And she's like, yeah, free of charge, obviously. And I was like, yeah. Slip into 20 and like you know, maybe I'll consider this even. Like, you know, I was like, what you're saying is free of charge. Yeah, like you're take me out to dinner or something. Like that's not nice, just free of charge. I was like, yeah, you charged me for my tooth. It's not free of charge. You're not making me pay for the laughing gas. Like, but yeah, so I'm gonna get all the decked out and be like, yo, can I get like a gold tooth put in or something? You know,
honestly, you hold the power.
Literally, I'm actually gonna ask her and be like, yo, can you shave off one of these? Because also it turns out my insurance doesn't cover my wisdom teeth at all. But you know,
no, honestly, you should. Yo, if that
might.
happened to me. And my dad found that out because my dad he takes any opportunity he can to get a steal of a deal, no matter what. He would be in there arguing like, don't charge me.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, yeah, listen, like this was real bad on your part. Like this was not. Honestly, though, she did do a really good job with everything else. That's a shame because I did have really bad, really low swelling and stuff. So I was gonna recommend her to you.
Okay.
But
yeah.
I mean, listen, if you just count your teeth ahead of time.
I only have 3.
It's the lucky number. They took 3 out of mine at once, you know. They're capable of 3.
So they can't forget one because it doesn't exist. Why should they go for 4? And they're like, oh, wait.
Yeah, she made the joke. She was like, oh, better than taking out the wrong one. And I was like, wait, did you? I got scared because I was like, wait. Yeah. And I was like, so I got so paranoid. I was like, and then like later I was like, holy smokes, I never checked if she took the wrong, like what if there was something, I was like, what, did she take something else? So I was like checking for holes. Yeah, no, so I was like, she gave me an extra tooth in the end. So
that's crazy.
But yeah, so I'm going in on Tuesday. I'm going on Tuesday and getting
the fact that it ended that way is just, I mean, like, I feel bad that you have to go through it again, but like, it's kind of hilarious at the same time.
Yeah,
that happened.
Of course it would happen to me.
Yeah, and it's the first time they've done this allegedly. Yeah. Like the fact that it's you that it happened to. Like,
especially because of the healing and like you didn't have a lot of swelling or bleeding.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh wow, like.
And I was eating solid foods, really, like literally by Friday, I felt relatively normal. Like I was just keeping food away from my like the back of my mouth, but genuinely I felt really good. Like I felt like strong again and stuff. It was the strangest thing. That's and crazy. Like I just can't, and also it's just so hilarious though that it took me that long, and only because like I was always really paranoid with like opening because I couldn't open my mouth fully back then. Mm-hmm. And like my cheeks, like because like I still feel it sometimes, like that hurts to do. Not hurts, it just like it's tender. So like it's just so lucky that I pushed it and like checked, because I can't feel with my tongue since they grow kind of to the side. So like I literally just would have never noticed, but I can't wait to tell my dentist.
Top ones too.
Yeah.
That like you don't really see it. You just see the bottom ones.
I guess
even when like I would tell her, open your mouth, let me check, right? Mm-hmm. Just randomly, I don't know why. And then I would only look at the bottom.
Yeah.
So like, there's no way I'm gonna see anything up there.
Yeah. So it's crazy. Yeah.
Crazy.
I guess maybe they just like saw it and they just like automatically assumed that it was like a normal tooth, like part of your set.
Or I think the reverse. I think they looked, because this one really grew out to the side. So it's like you can, from the inside of my mouth, you can't see it. You have to like pull my cheek aside and it's like sticking out to the side. So what I think is they probably assumed that it only had 3.
Yeah.
Right?
And
so then they saw 3 teeth and they were like, yeah. So I was like, that's still...
Too, right?
All the other ones, like these were up, and this one was like a little more in.
Oh, okay.
So it's just this one now. It's very like it's barely on the inside of my mouth.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
but yeah, it's just like I just couldn't believe it, and I can't wait to tell my dentist. But yeah, I might hit her up, be like, "Yo, could you like give me like a $200 gift card, like a Visa gift card or something?
Honestly.
Like take off a tooth, like my insurance didn't cover it, please." I'm begging you. Like literally, please.
Don't mention that. If you go in that, then if you say my insurance doesn't work, they're gonna be like, "Oh, we're not giving you any." Well, they still should.
No, it's the reverse.
Don't go in with that.
Why?
Just go in with that.
No, they're more inclined, I think, to give a discount if
Yeah.
Oh, really?
there's no insurance.
Yeah, because if
Oh,
there's
okay.
insurance, then they don't
I
care.
don't
The
know.
big,
I don't know how it
the
works.
big
Yeah.
boy pays for it,
That's
you know. But
true,
I'm like, if I
right?
paid out of pocket, then they'll be like, okay, we did her dirty.
Yeah, start crying again.
I will naturally, because this means that they're probably gonna have to numb me with a needle. So
Oh,
I'm gonna be like,
yeah.
guys, listen,
But also,
But-
you found it pretty quickly, and I think that's really good.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
what 2 weeks after?
because I had good
But
healing.
still, that was-
Thanks
they
to her.
didn't find it at the
Yeah.
checkup. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
would they not check her sheets
That's-
again and
That's
say,
what
"Oh,
I'm saying. I
4,
didn't know about
so let me
I didn't
check."
know you had a checkup.
Yeah.
Or I didn't take in like they literally like.
But
How did they-
because with that they're just checking like the holes
I
or whatever.
guess.
She said really good.
And then I guess
But I was
again,
like,
you assume that
again.
if there's
And the
still only
stitches
3,
and, like,
Yeah.
since there's only 3 stitches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, she only got 3.
Yeah, right. So it's like I don't know. Like I
That's
just couldn't
crazy.
believe it, and like she did really have to pull my cheek to find my tooth. Like at first when she checked, like she was just looking at the gum, and I was like, "No, girl, you're gonna have to." And then like she was like yanking with that freaking the wooden stick. Oh my gosh! I was like, "You're gonna give me a splinter." But yeah, so that's how my New Year's going.
Wow.
I have one
So
wisdom
her
tooth
wisdom
left.
tooth journey still is going on, guys. So come
Literally.
back next podcast to hear the
It went-
final update, hopefully.
It went from wisdom teeth to wisdom tooth real fast.
That's so
Yeah.
funny. I can't. Wow. We
Oh.
just have so much luck with our medical journeys.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
crazy.
but also someone else who's having a hot start to the year. This girl. She's joined the list, the long list of losers to Roxanne.
Oh, speed.
Speed.
Yeah. You want to tell them? You want to tell them what your record is right
Okay,
now?
I'm here
What you're
for you.
standing at?
9.
9 and
to
0.
0.
Yeah.
Oksana has a 9. I
Yeah.
have a 0.
What can I say?
So
I feel the
bad.
pain. I know.
No, but I grew up playing with her.
That's true.
Actually, I'm pretty sure I lost them too. I'm pretty
No,
sure would.
I think just back then we just me, you, and Andri when we would play, we would just argue, and then the game never ended. Really,
Yeah.
it would just.
It would end in an argument. Anyway, so she was telling me how at Yavir, like she faced you and like a whole bunch of other people, and she kept winning.
yeah.
And I was like, okay, naturally, like I know she's good at it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, okay, you know what? Yeah, let's play. So we played the first game. I lost, and I was like, okay, that's 2 out of 3.
Yep.
Second game, close game. That was a better.
That was a
one.
long. That was
like-
also a really
that was
long.
a really long
game.
game. So I kind of should get half a point.
I agree.
Right?
That was a
9
loss.
to 0.5. But whatever.
You got.
And then I just kept losing and losing. I had to take an intermission.
Yeah.
Like I was like, okay, no, I have to get up, walk around, like eat something. Still kept
Fuel
losing.
up.
Yeah.
I've been on a 2-month intermission.
No, but do you know what happens? It's we both go to place a card, and then I beat her, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, haha, like I got it.
Yeah.
I'm putting down a 4. She's putting down a 5. So she already
Yeah.
planned my move.
Yeah.
And then she's just waiting for me to put it down.
It's
as if I'm
insane.
slowing her down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, buddy,
It's
chill.
insane. She memorizes her cards, your cards. She knows the next move.
Literally. No, she'll be
Like-
she'll be like, oh, you can stack that one. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, she's correcting you. You're like,
Yeah.
as if losing isn't bad enough.
I
She's
can
telling
barely-
you
I
what to
can barely
do.
see my cards. I let alone watch your cards.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah. But
No.
there's this one time in game 9, right? Game 9, she finishes playing all her cards, and she literally just like froze. Because she was she was very into it, so she was like looking around, and I'm like, haha. She didn't smack the pile, so I go smack a pile, and I'm like, haha, like I won, but I smacked the bigger one because I wasn't paying attention. Yeah.
It gets in your head too.
Yeah, and then in game 8, my dad would walk by and he'd kind of like distract her, and I was like, yes, go, like cover her eyes, go do something. But there's also, I think game 7 was pretty good on that part. Was that one or 8?
I think it was 8. And
Yeah, I was getting good, and then I think I was just letting myself go. And then and then it went downhill. But
I give you so much respect for going head to head with her 9 times in a row. I think I went 2 and I lost my mind. It demoralized me. It brought down my ego. I had to quit it for another month before I faced her again. And then I lost
Yeah.
again, and I had to stop again for another month. And it's been probably about 3 months now. And we'll keep it that way probably.
No, we're gonna play tonight.
I
no,
don't
because
know.
I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, I have to practice, but I'm like, who am I gonna practice? That's like, it's that she's like, at her level pretty much. And I was like, how do I do that? And even when we set up the cards, I'm slower.
Yeah, she literally at one point I was just putting the cards out. She's like racing me.
I'm racing her to try to compete with her, right?
Yeah.
But yeah,
I know.
She couldn't be me.
like,
I was like, we have to
damn, I'm
start
impressed.
a support group.
Yeah. And another
People who
thing,
lost her.
I don't know if you noticed, but she plays like really well. Like she doesn't like hover her hand. She doesn't like cheat. Like none of this stuff. For me, I'll like put a 9 on a 7,
and then she holds it there specifically.
I try to hold it there, like no, I got the spot
Yeah.
first. Let me put my proper card in, like everything. Like my hand hovers. Like I try to block her.
Because you can't even blame
Yeah, I try to
your
kick her
loss
under
on
the
her
table.
cheating.
Yeah.
She knows. It's like she knows. Like when I played on 3 before and he cheats, so at least I'm like, oh yeah, you beat me, but like you did it because you're a cheater. I can't do that with you.
Yeah, no, she plays like everything. She doesn't even like just. It's crazy.
It
She
is
goes, slaps the
insane.
proper pile. Like, I'm like, how do you even know which one's the one?
One time, Lida, she like threw her cards and like went around to kind of like show off that she was gonna win, and then I slapped her. She was like, "Wait, what?" Because she like ran out of her cards. That was iconic.
Yeah, she gets in your head, guys. It's serious how good she is.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
if she has 1 card left, if I have 3, I just put the 3 down. I don't care. I just keep flipping and to get ready to slap it.
yeah. Yeah, she
You
posted
can
a
try, but
story
you can't
on her
succeed.
Instagram, like, beat her just because it's like Christmas doesn't mean I'm gonna let you like win. And I was like, oh, poor Lida.
Yeah, and I kept telling her, I was like, oh, don't let me win. Play hard. I want to win fair and square. And now I regret that. I wish she let me win like at least 1 game. It would like boost my confidence. You know?
There was one game though. The one game I played against Nadia that she beat me at though, like that day I was playing and like I think what throws me off is when other people help the other person, not in the sense that like, oh, they're gonna win. It's because my brain gets overloaded. Because my brain starts listening to that.
You're like,
but
they're
my
wrong.
brain I was like, she has different moves.
Why are you doing that?
Yeah, I was like, she has better moves to do right now. I was like, why that? And then like, and she was like, and it was coincidence that it was Nadia's birthday or whatever. Like we were celebrating her birthday, and like genuinely, I did not let her win. I would never do that to someone. I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, and then she was like, no, I think you let me win. I was like, absolutely not. And then I was like, let's go again. And then I destroyed her. But it was like the next time I saw her, and she was like, okay, I think you were just having an off day. But I was like, I would never let someone win. I don't believe in that.
We'd switch sides and everything because I would think, oh, she has the better side.
Yeah, you guys missed your
whatever reason,
opportunity.
yeah.
Oh, actually, never mind. Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Play.
She gets
When
her
she's
Tuesday,
like, yeah.
when she's out of it.
Yeah.
No, yeah. That's like the only thing keeping me going. And the only thing that puts me to sleep at night is that I still won once over you.
I had an ice.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
She told me the story.
Yeah, she tells everyone, and I'm like, I'm the only person that beat her. She's like, I had an ice pack on my arm, and everyone's like, Victory, you're such a horrible person. I'm like, go face her right now and see how you feel. Go lose 5 times in a row, and then tell me how you feel.
But my favorite part is she says I'm a bad winner. I am literally the most graceful winner because if I ever made fun of any of the people that I beat, I would hear about it to the end of my life. This girl gets 1 slap against me. She's like, oh, look who's slacking. You literally love to bring up that you beat me. I literally had an ice pack on my arm. I took it off. I destroyed you the next
Doesn't matter.
game.
I still won.
Even Nastia was
she
like,
won.
Yeah, no one can say that.
That's just like, it's embarrassing that she had to have an ice pack on her. But my favorite is when I beat Victory and she's like, listen, I'm good. As though I, like you're beating yourself up over it, but I didn't say anything. I was just like, oh, that was a close game. And she's like, listen, I'm good. Okay?
That was a real knock. That's, you know, the trend on TikTok, like, times have been humbled.
Yeah.
Like, when you beat me. Because in my head, I was, like, the best speed player. I don't remember you being good at speed. Like, in school, I don't.
Yeah, because
I
I
always
probably just never played.
I guess, yeah. Or maybe you beat me once, and I was like, never again, the same thing I do now. Because I was the self-proclaimed speed queen. And then all of a sudden,
I am now.
come out of nowhere.
It's funny because Adriana, shout out, she like, the first time I played her, it was like, because we were going off of a list of people in elementary school who like play this game like a lot. Mm-hmm. And so I think it was like, first I played Oresta and I beat her, right? No problem. Kidding. Poor girl, Victor's like, everything's riding on you. And then I destroyed her twice and I was like, sorry, rip. But listen, it's okay. She put up a good fight too. She's like around you. Actually, Lida's pretty good, so you might want to be careful. If she beats you, then you're in 3rd place.
Hey, if you actually watch us play, that's a very big compliment because I look like I have no clue what I'm doing.
We should play.
Yeah,
and then
it's fun when you're not playing against.
yeah, I know it's gonna be fun.
it's funny though because I love watching people play too, and it's like I genuinely just get joy out of it. But like everyone hates playing against me. It's like sorry that I'm good.
You're not allowed to play speed anymore.
Yeah, literally, clearly. But so I played with us and everyone's like, oh, this is riding on you. And they're like, okay, whatever. And then like the poor girl, like I beat her once. And then she's like, okay, let's do it again. And I beat her again. And she's like, okay, I can't do this anymore. And I was like, okay, sorry. And then I played Adriana, and this girl, so like she thought she was going to beat me no problem. Like she was someone who played a lot of speed in elementary school. Yeah. So she goes and I just demolished her. And she was like, I don't even know what's going on. Like she was like, I'm so scared.
Traumatized.
That's
literally
reaction. Yeah. That's literally everyone's reaction.
Yeah, and then like again, it's just like, okay, like I think I can do it again. And then like she played me or whatever, and then again she was just like, I'm just so scared of you.
Yeah, they don't see kind of, especially the males. The male ego can't handle the fact that like this girl can be so good at a thing. Like when I offered this one random guy, I told him, if you beat her, I'll literally transfer $50. And he was like, yeah, let's go. And like he would tell his ego was like this easiest $50 I'll make. And I'm like, you don't know what's coming for you.
I destroyed him in 2 hands.
$50 still in my bank. I'm telling you.
It's dedicated. Yeah. You got a pool with everybody who I've ever beat.
And it's literally that feeling of like, who are you? Like, what? Like,
and it's just such a random thing, like to be good at speed.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I can't. But just that one time when we went on a weekend away, and I just kept beating them at everything. It was kind of like when I kept beating you in Crazy Eights.
Wow, funny for you to bring that up too. She always beats me in Crazy Eights. I win sometimes, but it's like a 1 to 5 ratio.
Yeah, she's just good at every game.
Yeah, it's insane.
So we're gonna start excluding her.
There's no strategy.
From all the games.
Yeah,
I would love to watch you guys play games. You know that.
She's banned from playing games.
It's funny because I genuinely play just because I enjoy playing. But you guys are playing for winning, and I'm like, I will love to never play again and just watch.
My first 3 games of Speed with you, that was playing for fun. Now I'm just trying to demolish you.
Yeah,
just try to get that win for the bragging rights.
How's that going for you?
Yeah.
Thank God.
9-0. Maybe I'll get there.
Maybe I'll get one.
Yeah, maybe I'll get one.
Maybe I'll put an ice pack on my arm again. And
you should. Let's try that. That might work.
When I get my booster. You guys line up.
Every
line up around the block.
Every medical event that you go through.
No, that's Tuesday we're playing. I'm filming it. It's gonna be a live stream. Everything.
Well, actually, you make people pay money to tune in.
They're like, she's unconscious. She's not even playing. Don't worry about it.
Listen, if she's breathing, she can play.
She's unconscious. Now we're equal playing field.
Yeah.
Now it's a good match.
Guys, you don't know the whole story. This is
maybe one day we'll film. You know what? We'll play today and we'll film, and then we'll release some clips.
We should do like a tournament.
Because
we have to warm up with each other. And then we send the strongest
final boss.
Football bracket. Yeah. Whoever gets against you though is gonna. Sorry.
Each one, like, you know, it's like when you get closer to the end, it's more well matched people. But like whoever gets at the beginning, it's just like, oh, I can't.
Usually like training camps. Everything.
That's the thing. We thought about that video too before, but like the thing is with speed, like it can either be like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Or 2 hours.
Yeah.
And we
can always cut it, you know. It's
that's
like
true. Get 8 hours of footage this time.
No, but we can cut it.
Oh,
so let's say like we do after like 5 minutes as a draw.
Yeah.
You know, unless like let's say you extend a couple rounds or something, you know.
I would just do like let people play, but then you can have like the people have an interview on the side, like, she creamed me, or like I lost like crazy.
I think we should definitely do it because it's just we bring it up all the time.
Yeah. And I think they themselves, the viewers at home, don't believe what it is to watch me play.
It's really unbelievable.
You've played her, it's different.
It is.
And maybe watching her is one thing, but playing
it's really in like the adrenaline.
I gotta charge people to play against me. Like try to beat me, like, you know, like pulling out the sword out of the stone.
Honestly, yeah.
Let's see whoever has the magic touch.
Pop a chair outside.
Honestly, we should.
At the park, just like let strangers. When they play chess with people.
Yeah. If Omarion wasn't a thing right now.
Yeah.
That would be
like, $20 or change my mind or
yeah.
She'd be like,
to the table.
I'll give you $50 if you beat her in speed.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna be sitting there like
so innocent.
Yeah, and then it's gonna be all these males coming up like this girl. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then
we're gonna need security. It's gonna turn
it's gonna be
it could go bad.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna want their based on how Victory reacts every time I beat her, we're gonna need security just from her.
Yeah, from me. Yeah.
Also, whenever I beat someone else, she still gets so mad.
Yeah.
Like I think Adriana, and Victor's like, oh, like she's sitting on the sidelines. Like, you gotta be kidding me.
But like when the last time we all were together, and like I think Adrian was like, oh, I can beat her, no problem. And I was like, you don't stand a chance, bro. And then Andre was like, oh no, we have to like support him. I'm like, are you like? I'm like, he's gonna be gone in 10 seconds. Like, he's not even gonna make past the first round. and he didn't, and he lost. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but this is how it is.
Just pulls him aside.
Yeah.
Listen.
Like this, you don't even think you have a chance. You especially don't.
You guys, you got to bring all the people I've beat and do a testimonial.
Support group, This can't go on.
But before we move on, since you guys have so much in common, I figured we'd do a little game of who knows me better. So I've prepped just a few questions, a little sampling. I know we're running pretty overtime, so if you want to cut it, you can. But we should get the whiteboards.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. First, so we're gonna start like relatively easy.
These games make me nervous.
And then we'll go harder as we go on. Okay. So question number 1: do I sleep on the top bunk or the bottom bunk? Okay, 3, 2, 1. Bottom. Okay.
Bottom, baby.
Nice.
1 point each. That is correct. I sleep on the bottom bunk. And it was a fair question because I've talked about it multiple times. So I was like, even though Lida lives it. Okay. Number 2. What was my major in university?
I know this one.
Okay. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sure.
3, 2, 1, go.
Physics.
Did you make it this question just to see me write it down incorrectly or struggle with the spelling? Did I get it right? I got it right.
She's improving. Yeah, I wanted to see if you could spell it.
Guys, I'm doing so good with my spelling today. I also spelled Michael right today. So I've been looking.
Lida was laughing at you, and she's your supporter. Guys, wait, before we go on, I also forgot to mention one of my piercings grew in.
Yeah.
Because of my wisdom teeth, I had to take them out, and my left ear piercing grew in. So my second one.
I might join you. I'm so close to ripping my earrings out, guys. You don't even know. I haven't slept on a pillow in 3 months, but that's a whole nother story. Oh wait, sorry, Nadia's here.
Oh, okay.
Pause.
Ready? So we just got two questions. Okay, number 3. What were my minors? You know I have 2 minors. Nadia, on this.
I know.
On the side mentally. Text me your answers.
I will.
We'll see if Nadia knows me best. Wait, Nadia, quick.
Oh, I actually know that.
Yeah?
I actually do know that.
Okay.
I
Yeah, and then the first question. Wait, no, text them because they have to guess. So, and also question 1 was, do I sleep on the top or bottom bunk? And then 2 was, what was my major? Okay.
Okay. Wait, 1 is top or bottom?
Yep.
Okay.
Bunk.
Yeah.
I just wanted to clarify. Not that you're answering every question. Okay, you guys ready?
I think I got it.
Wait, I just got texting. Okay, I got it. I texted you.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Math and Education Society.
Oh, my math and education.
Close though. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Nice, Nadia. You got it. Wait, Nadia. I'm not the top.
Unsend.
I think I just got that right because I have a weird obsession with bunk beds. So like that, the fact that I know you sleep on the bottom bunk, like I just know because I'm so obsessed with bunk beds.
I think you misheard it. All the lights. It's hard to
So you
hear.
didn't clarify if you're like from the POV of upside down or like right side up.
From Australia, she is top.
When Nadia is looking from the bottom down at me, I'm the top. Okay, but she's sleeping under my bed. I'm the top.
That's on you. You got to clarify those details.
You're right. Silly me. Okay, now number 4. What was the name of my college?
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I made fun of you all the time.
I know this one.
How do you know it?
So easy.
Guys, we're getting the live viewers
Show?
answers. Okay, nice. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
University.
UC?
Well, yeah, but UC.
I didn't know it stood for something. I did.
Yeah, I told you multiple times. University College. You don't get
University
it.
College.
But UC? Am I
She
wrong?
even put the exclamation mark.
Because she was like, UC.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So far, you're all tied, except for Nadia for answering top.
Because I would always make the joke, like, do you go to university or college?
Yeah.
And then she'd be like,
And then my dad would laugh, and I'm like, Todd, stop it. Stop
I only
encouraging this
hear her
behavior.
say UC.
Okay, now it's a hard one. What is the farthest distance I have ever run?
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
I know why you wanted to play this game now.
You said I can bring it up once a day. This is my
true.
one. I'm flattered, though.
Can't be my answer.
I'll give you another one. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
7.3?
Oh, I went 18.1.
She's not that
It's
fast.
7.3.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, well, 3-1, but I rounded
Oh,
out.
nice.
10.
What? No, that's my goal.
Why did I think 18?
18.
Nice.
Do you know how far that is?
No, I have no
really far.
concept of like distance, so that's also a problem.
It's okay. So far we have, I don't know,
Damn, I
Victor's
thought it was,
lagging
like-
behind. I think Victor and you might be tied.
Oh yeah, except
Okay.
18.
Oh, here's
Did
a
she
question.
not get the UC one?
No.
Oh, then, yeah, okay.
Then yeah,
I
she's
think I'm doing
behind.
the worst.
Okay, number 6. Did I have short hair or long hair in grade 9?
Oh my god. That's
I
so
can't
long
even
ago.
remember. Ninth grade? That's not even first year. We're
No.
talking about
And
high
like
school.
she chopped her hair off.
You guys can work together. It's not
I
fair.
was trying to
What's the
visualize
question
picture.
again?
Did I have long or short hair in grade 9?
What's an event that happened in 9th grade? Sorry, I didn't see.
Formal prom, the first dance, and everyone's like,
I mean, that's
Like
12,
prom.
grade 12, isn't it?
no, that's grade 9. They have a grade 9 dance.
That's a semi-formal.
Oh, I didn't go.
No.
to
I
that.
didn't go though. Yeah.
That's
We
not-
didn't have a prom, yeah.
What do you define short?
You know, above the shoulders or below the shoulders.
I can't remember grade 9.
Oh, I'm so
You
sure
were-
of my
you were
answer
still
now.
You
shorter
guys
than me
see,
in grade
here's the
9?
thing. It's a fair
Oh wait, but remember her like TTC pictures? Or her
That's
student-
no, that's why, because I always show you guys
Yeah.
because of how bad they were. But no, you don't get to do this. Stop. Stop cooperating. Pick one. 50-50 chance. Now you got it wrong though, sorry.
Come on, audience. You know when they have to like punch in their answer too.
I forgot.
Okay.
Oh, I think I want to change the answer. Okay, whatever.
Do you wanna change it or
Ah,
no?
I don't know.
I think I
Pick
got
one.
it.
I don't know. I can't remember any pictures. So I'm trying to remember an event that we would have went to
Oh,
in
when I
grade 9.
show you, you'll remember this picture. It's an ugly one.
Because I don't know what you look like. I remember what you look like in grade 8.
Yeah, that's probably the same thing. Grade 9.
I don't know what the difference is. That's what I was trying to debate whether your height, where you were at there in 9th grade. Oh, okay, whatever. I was going to say
Okay,
this.
3, 2, 1, go. It was
Short?
short.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
said short.
no short.
Your hair was so long in grade 10.
Because I
Yeah,
started
there's
growing
one
it
year.
out.
Yeah.
In 1 year, that long?
Yeah.
Like, it must have been long before.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because I cut it the summer of grade 8, and then for pictures it was like it was just above the shoulders. So by grade 10 it grew out. Yeah,
can
but it's the
remember the
ugly
teal.
photos. My braces, the teal braces. Ugh, it was not it. Okay,
But even though that's not like short, because it still is to like your shoulders.
it was right above my shoulder.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
'Cause- Okay. I can picture.
Yeah, when she
okay,
chopped it in elementary school, it was short.
Okay. These are just getting stranger questions. I just really wanted to throw them off and see what their answers are. Number 7. What grade did I start selling piss and K?
Oh, I don't even know that.
You can figure it out, but you guys should know this.
Throw out a guess.
Are you writing out the word?
The grade.
Oh, okay.
Like
Close, Nadia.
Really?
Yeah, when you're off.
Okay.
Okay,
Ready,
3,
set.
2, 1, go.
7?
8.
Grade 8.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of just a guess. I was like, okay, we became friends in 5th grade. I've been going to church my whole life. When did I see you?
Every single day she's at church. Not those times she said she couldn't hang out with us. She was at church.
Wow.
And then I'm like,
nice.
would they let us a 6th grader sell piss? Okay, no. 7? Pushing
I did it like, I thought I started selling in grade 9, so she was probably in grade 7.
Yeah, no, I was in grade 8.
But
Yeah, I remember because it was I got money just in time for the grade 8 Quebec trip.
There was no logical reasoning for me putting grade 8, honestly. I just kind of older.
Well, hey, you're
But it
kicking up
worked.
the dust.
Mhm.
Okay. Number 8. What action/chore do I hate the most?
oh, I don't know this.
I complain about it all the time. It's the one that literally. Oh, okay, I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
Because
it's
if I
the same
say
thing.
it, then I'll give it away. And all of them is not a fair answer because I said the most.
Okay, this is a guess.
Second.
Same.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Cleaning up
Dishes?
the dishes. Oh,
Oh, everyone guessed
I
dishes.
said that too.
No, cooking.
Oh.
I was gonna say that, and I don't know if that's considered a chore. Because I was like,
I wouldn't say you hate
Action/chore.
it.
It is a chore. It's
But
the
you're
thing
good
that you have
at
to
it. I
do.
wouldn't
Yeah, but
say
I
you hate it.
hate it.
I
I
don't
always
hate it.
complain about it. And whenever
She
you're
does.
cooking,
Yeah, but I
I'm always like,
complain
"You want me
about
to do the dishwasher?"
I was gonna, I was like cooking, then I'm like, that's not a chore.
Oh, I didn't know
Because
that.
usually people find joy in
So I
that.
kind of complain about it, so I'm like, oh.
You get like a finished product.
Yeah, I don't find joy in it, but I'm different.
Sorry, are you railing on my child?
Dang it.
Okay.
Would dishes be second? No.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Second.
Okay, nice. So we kind of won.
Mhm.
Oh no, laundry, and then dishes.
I was
Sorry.
thinking that too.
You're good at
Yeah.
laundry too.
I hate doing it though.
And by good, I mean like she like cares. Like I'd want her to do my laundry of like how nice like she does it,
Aw.
but
Okay.
she doesn't. So. Now I know why.
Okay, number 9. What grade did I lose my last baby tooth in?
Oh, this is late.
Gosh.
You call my dentist real quick.
Yeah.
You're like, yo.
It's still in there.
It was the one thing from wisdom tooth that's a baby tooth. Oh, wait. Actually, now I'm getting you
Ooh, I
confused
don't
with
know
me, to be honest.
Yo, you got it.
Really?
Yeah. Nah, just killing it. She's pulling up ahead.
Oh, I think I'm getting you confused with me. Oh,
Yeah, this is just a wild guess. I don't
Okay,
remember.
3, 2, 1,
One.
go.
Grade 10?
grade 9?
Grade 10.
Ooh.
Yeah, Lida, 9, you got it.
I was gonna guess grade 11, but I was like,
No, that's when I
That
got
might
my
be too
braces
late.
off.
So I remember, I'm just getting you confused with me because I was really late too. But then I remember we both got our baby teeth pulled out
Yeah.
for that. Then, oh, the bangs?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
never talked about that?
Yeah, my
Oh, I knew she got.
Oh yeah, I got mine pulled too. 'cause
Oh,
they were falling
your
out.
fangs?
Yeah.
Your
Wow.
fangs too?
Yeah.
I thought you had different teeth.
I only had 4 teeth for a long time. Even in grade 9, I only had 4 teeth.
Yeah, same.
No way.
Yeah.
Yo, this is wild.
that's so crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Jeez.
You find learn something new every day. Oh, but you didn't. Oh, because the reason I didn't know because we both got because one of ours was sideways, so we both got a chain like
yeah,
surgery
right,
thing.
right.
Not me.
Mm.
Lucky.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's okay, it's okay. Okay. Number 10 and final question. Who gave me my iconic High School Musical scissors that Victor then proceeded to steal?
Gave them to you. I just stole them. I don't care about the origins.
Interesting.
I do know. Who gave them to you?
But it's important because I was never a fan of High School Musical.
Mm.
So for me to get them was
Someone who doesn't know you.
Victory writes out her own name. She's like, Victory and not.
I actually would have guessed Victory, but the fact that she stole it, I feel like she wouldn't have stole. Like, I don't think she'd steal her own present. Or Xana's present.
I don't think this person would give you a present, but I'm just gonna write it down
I remember
because
you
I think they
telling
don't know
me
you.
this. And even decently recently.
Oh,
this is probably
close.
wrong.
No, but I traded with her for a binder. I had a binder and I traded for something else with her.
Oh, okay. Well,
But it's they're in your grade, like in
No,
your
no,
class.
no.
It can be.
No, it's a human. Who said they were in my class?
It's probably wrong because I think I guessed this before and I was surprised it wasn't.
You guys have something down?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
I said Andre.
Neighbor, Taylor.
Andrei getting me a
That's what I
gift?
said. I don't think he'd get you a gift, but he doesn't
No,
know
I
you.
remember it
So
was
he
like
would
a
get you
whole set.
High
It was like a whole
Yeah, that's
set
what I said.
thing.
No, it was my godfather's wife. Not even the godfather.
Actually, that was my next guess. Anthony.
Oh. True. Godfather's Joey.
Oh, it's
Oh.
been fun. Just imagining Andrei giving me a set of High School Musical things, it really made my day. But yeah, so who won? You
Nice.
guys didn't keep track of...
It wasn't me.
It's probably Lida.
I say me, but I got a couple wrong.
I think I
two
got more wrong. I
two or
think I got like
three.
4 wrong.
Yeah, so I think Lida's the winner.
Unless you're counting.
Yeah,
your
so you
C.
lost again.
I know. I'm not good under the pressure.
Interesting. But yeah, all right, people.
Those are good questions.
What can I
Very
say?
fun.
Really brings back great memories.
The hair chopping one, that was funny.
I was trying so hard to think of like a picture that we were together in green. I just couldn't think of. The only one I have in my mind, but I don't even know if you're in it, is the one where the one where there's a couple of us standing at the bus stop and there's a poster of Ariana Grande. Do you remember that one? I don't know if you're in it or not. I know you're in it. I think
You know mine.
So why didn't you ask me anything about that
I don't know why that's the only picture I can think of in 9th grade. I think you might be because I think you were still short back then. So I think you were like shorter than all of us.
I had my
Yeah,
puberty
she
in
was
grade
tiny.
10.
Yeah, so I think you were. I don't know if that's all. Anyways, that's beside the point. I'll throw the picture here if I can find it.
I just
And
remember
I'm not in it. Watch, I'm not gonna be in it. She's just putting a picture of not
Yeah.
me.
I just remember, like, I think grade 11 or 10, you just had, like, freakishly long hair.
Mhm.
Grade
And I was
11
like,
was when
okay,
it
it's probably
got
grade
really
9
long.
is, like, the opposite, right? Like, you grow it out.
Yeah. But yeah, all right, people. Lida, thank you
Good stuff.
for coming by. Live audience, thank you for joining us for the
Yep.
second
For
half.
having me.
Guess who that is? Have you watched her podcast before?
I've said her name like 1,000
you just-
times.
Can you not see it because of the lights?
I'm like blinded. But yeah, thanks for stopping by with us. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks for watching and listening to our podcast. Thanks, Lida, for coming on. It was a blast. Hope to see you again soon.
No problem. Thanks
Well,
for
of course,
having
this
me.
is your podcast.
No,
and I'm
yeah,
just
see you
a
next
guest.
week.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yeah, hopefully you come by next week.
Yeah,
Maybe you can be the audience.
if you're lucky. If you're lucky.
Interesting.
But yeah, and with that, And remember, kids, don't do too much.